What we're doing here is we're removing the old hardboard masonite wood composite, paper composite siding that is deteriorated over time. And the process is that the first thing we do is we come in and we remove all of the old siding, the corner boards, the trim around the windows and the doors, and then we put up a layer of house wrap. The house wrap is put up as a moisture barrier. It's a code requirement, it's a manufacturer's requirement. And what it does is it stops air that travels up between the boards from getting into the house and making the house cold in the winter. And it prevents any moisture that could get up in between or behind the siding from coming in contact with anything in the house where it could cause water issues like mold or mildew or wood decay of any kind. So once the siding is removed, the house wrap is installed, corner boards go up, window trim goes up, flashing over the top of the windows and the doors goes in, and then the actual siding itself gets installed. Now, one of the things we want to make sure of is when we're putting the siding up is that you'll notice we want to create a continuous line. This piece of siding should line up with this piece of siding. If the two pieces of siding are misaligned, that's not a very good installation. So what we do is we start at one point on the house. So for example, we started on this wall. You'll see a mark on this corner. We create a reference point. This reference point tells us the distance from one board to another that we need to maintain. So when we come around the corner, this line and this line and this line and this line all line up perfectly separated by corner boards. Now what a lot of companies do is they'll come in here and they'll replace your siding with hardy plank or some other type of fiber cement siding, but they'll either leave the old wood corner boards up or they'll put wood corner boards back. We don't do that. We use fiber cement siding, the same material that the siding is made from, for all of the corner boards. Now for the window trim, we use a little different material. This is a PVC material. This has a little bit of a shape and a profile to it. The fiber cement has a flat profile to it. And anything that we have here for window trim, brick molding, board and back band, Williamsburg casing, colonial casing, all of these different types of products that you have in wood, we have available in the PVC alternative. The advantage to a PVC alternative is we're not going to have to come back in later and replace window trim because the wood rotted out and your new fiber cement siding continues to perform and look good, but everything else that it's attached to starts to deteriorate. We don't want that. What we want to have is a complete package of maintenance-free or a less maintenance type exterior. The advantage of the PVC composite trim is it's also paintable. You cut it like wood, you nail it like wood, you install it like wood. It looks like wood, it's just not made out of wood. Now, in the event that this homeowner comes back, say 3, 4, 5 years down the road and they decide it's time to replace windows, this window trim makes it also easier to do that. When this window was installed, it was installed with a flange that goes behind the window and it was nailed into the framing. In order to replace this window, we would actually have to tear it out. In the process of tearing it out, we could damage the new siding that was installed. Now to install new windows, all we would have to do is come in here and cut the caulk line that'll be put in here when the painters come out, remove the trim, remove the window, put the new window in, and in most cases we can even reinstall the new trim that we just put in with your siding so that you don't have to buy this over again when you decide 5 years down the road that you're ready for new windows. And that's a big benefit to thinking it through. When we first came out here and started this job, the existing windows had no window trim on them. The siding ran right up to the window. By adding this window trim, not only does it make the siding look better, it waterproofs it, and it also prevents us from voiding the warranty by having siding running up to a window just sealed by caulk. It creates a positive seal to where we can prevent water intrusion from getting in around any of the window and door openings on the home when the trim and the flashing are installed correctly.